Hi everyone, my name is Steph, and today I will be presenting my community collaboration art proposal. Before I begin, I would just like to start off by explaining why arts education is important to me. I believe that art is a beautiful way of expressing your feelings, your inner thoughts, and showcasing your true self. Therefore, as an educator, I hope to be able to provide this opportunity for my students to express themselves freely, but also in a meaningful way through arts education. My art philosophy is a work in progress. However, as of right now, it is simple really. Express yourself and enjoy it. Don't worry too much about making mistakes, and remain authentic to who you are throughout your arts education journey. Before I begin my presentation, I would also like to share a little bit of background information as to why I feel so passionate about this idea. I attended an elementary school here in the city that was culturally diverse. I will forever be grateful to have grown up in a multicultural environment, one in which I felt safe and never judged for my ethnicity. I had the opportunity to return to this same school, but this time as a teacher candidate. To this day, the school remains very diverse and continues to welcome newcomers from around the world into the community and into their school. I believe that there is so much art and knowledge to be studied and shared from within these cultures that I figured what better way to do that than through planning a performing and visual arts night with diversity and multiculturalism as its theme. Let's jump in. What I hope to accomplish with my students and community. I hope that my students learn about cultural diversity and history within their school, community, and the world. I hope that there's collaboration as a school community, that we are able to showcase and express forms of art through visual pieces and performances, and finally celebrate diversity and art together as one. Let's start by inspiring the students. Discuss multiculturalism, diversity, and art within your classrooms. Present a variety of readings, research, pictures, and videos about a specific or multiple cultures. Encourage students to dig deeper outside of school. Ask their families and friends questions about cultural backgrounds and traditions. Invite guest speakers into the classroom and school. Folkfest ambassadors, presidents, dancers, artists, elders, etc. So why is this interconnection important? This interconnection is important because some students may not ever be this exposed to multiculturalism or actively involved in learning and representing a culture in a meaningful and respectful way. I also believe that it is important for the students to see the different forms of arts that exist within these diverse cultures as well. The big idea: multidisciplinary art education to affect the greater good of the students and community through the preparation and final product of a performing and visual arts night. This school community will plan, prepare, and present mini art galleries and performances to showcase their knowledge of cultural diversity. After the preparation is complete, the school will invite the people of the community to share their unique artwork and performances as a celebration of diversity. How will this project change the way your students see the purpose of arts education? This project will change the way my students see the purpose of arts education because it is meant to bring the community together through their art while also understanding and celebrating the diversity that exists within their communities. Their purpose of art education will hopefully change once they recognize the impact and effect in which art education can make for the greater good. What do you want to bring attention to? I hope this brings attention to the diversity in the school, in the community, and in the world, and how important it is to be inclusive in order to live peacefully and in harmony in all aspects of life. Why is this important for your students? This is important for my students because I would like them to realize the significance of what their art can express to the world, and how multidisciplinary arts education can make a difference. The process. To begin, a committee of interested teachers will come together to plan and brainstorm or organize possible ideas for each classroom. The collaboration of the entire staff is necessary for this big idea to come to life. Teachers will discuss cultural diversity with a focus on arts education in their classrooms. Here's a possible breakdown of parts for the school. Keep in mind that the possible breakdown presented here was made with my internship school in mind, therefore this will vary depending on schools. For grades K to 4, students will be asked to create visual artwork with the integration of a specific culture chosen by the classroom teacher. The grade 5 students will practice and perform a song on the ukulele, and the grades 6 to 8 students will complete research of a chosen culture, present or perform their artwork, song, dance, or written literature. The grade 8 students will also be responsible for creating poster ads and flyers for the upcoming event. The classrooms will be set up as mini art galleries to showcase the students' visual artwork pieces, and the performances will take place on the stage in the gym. Supportive families and members of the community will highly be encouraged in order to successfully have this art night. Here we have a few curriculum connections ranging from kindergarten to grade 8, and these are just a few possible curriculum outcomes from arts education and social studies that can be reached throughout this collaborative community project. A few other process pieces to consider are materials, time, and management. The materials required will vary between classes. Art supplies will depend on the form of art chosen by each classroom. Potential performance costumes and outfits will likely be needed, as well as technology such as lights, music players, microphones, and projectors. Next, we have a potential timeline. Most of the learning and preparation can take place within regular class time during subjects such as art education, social studies, English, and phys ed. Extra time for practicing performances can also be possible depending on schedules. It will require approximately a month to a month and a half to plan and prepare for the performing and visual art night. The goal is to present by or near May 21st of 2020, which is World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development. And lastly, we have management. The teacher committee will be in contact with the school community council to manage volunteers and ensure that all is going as planned. I plan to check in and send weekly reminders to the staff and offer guidance and help when needed. Next, let's discuss anticipated budget and funding. The venue at the specific school would be free of cost due to the gym space and classroom space. The potential concession stand, which would be optional and can be modified to fit budgets, would estimate to approximately $500 to $700 depending on what items you are choosing. Art supplies and performance costumes and outfit rental would budget for a minimum of $800 to potentially $1,000 depending on what art supplies is needed and how many require a costume or outfit rental. This brings us to a total cost of approximately $1,300 to $1,700. We are hopeful that funding will be granted through Saskatchewan Arts Board for any art-related supplies and performance pieces required to make the night a success. In addition to Saskatchewan Arts Board, here are a few other hopeful partners in which we would be grateful to work alongside with. Folkfest, whether it's dancers, ambassadors, volunteers of different pavilions. The school's community council, Lynn Harmon. Saskatchewan Human Rights Commissioner, Mike San Miguel, as well as the Kumintang Folk Dance Ensemble. Thank you all so much for your time.